Wake your asses up. Wake your asses up. Oh, no. Wake your ass up. Wake it right on up.
And ain't no realness in that bitch. That catfish tragic. Online savage, real life average.
Before I start running my mouth, make sure that you go down south, and by that I mean make sure you check the description box for patreon.com/AdrianExpression. No, go there, check it out. I just put up a new podcast episode entitled Power to the People. Answered all the patrons' questions. It was cool as hell. We had a good time. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. Speaking of checking things out, I was definitely checking out these Emmy nominations that came out this week. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not too much of an Emmys girl, and by that I mean I'm not gonna sit and watch the whole award show. Like, if you give me a music award show, I'll watch BET Awards, VMA Awards, Grammys, I will watch that. I'm not really gonna be too much watching the Emmys, but I am paying attention to who is nominated, and also I'm paying attention to who's gonna win that shit. Now, I did speak a little bit about this on my podcast, but there are a couple of people who are nominated that I just wanted to go ahead and shout out. If you wanna leave some more, make sure you put them in my comments, but I know Zaya was nominated. We love to see that for Miss Euphoria. I know that Kerry Washington was nominated. Regina goddamn King was nominated. We love to see that. I think that next season, Michaela is definitely going to be coming for her things. But I guess because of the people I follow, they were having a whole conversation about Pose and the Emmys and Billy Porter. So Billy Porter was nominated for an Emmy for Pose, but it seems like every single time we have these award shows, every time Pose is up for anything, anytime the conversation is around Pose or anything like that, it seems like Billy Porter's the only one to ever get nominated for anything. And, you know, this is not to take away from Billy Porter's performance or the fact that, of course, he deserves to be appreciated and to have his work be celebrated, of course. But it's just like the Pose girls, every single time something comes out, it's just like they never get their shine. People don't want to nominate them. People don't want to shout their asses out. It's just like, girl, no shade, but the Pose girls carry the show. They carry the show. They carry the show. And so for the media, for this industry to act like, oh, well, we're just gonna act like these people don't exist, is so annoying. It's so weird. But given this country, given this society's treatment of trans people, trans women, black trans women, it is not surprising, unfortunately. But it's just crazy to see that all this talent, all this they pull at your heartstrings every time an episode comes on. Like, MJ Rodriguez, India Moore. India Moore actually said this. They were like, something about trans people not being honored on a show about trans people who created a culture to honor ourselves because the world doesn't. And I was just like, well, they were spitting facts. I just hope as we continue to have these conversations over and over, that somebody, some award show, something has to give. Somebody's gonna have to do better. Like, we're tired. And since we're on this topic, I just thought that I would show you this video of first Zaire and then Zaya completely eating, completely demolishing, completely slaying her brother when it comes to these flips and tricks. I don't know what they was doing, but they was in the park, they was having fun. And once Zaya did like this right here, once I saw her, like, you really think? I knew she was about to obliterate. I knew it, I already knew it. She came out here, did all types of flips that I don't even know the name of, and ended it with a split. I was like, yes, completely, yes. Love to see her have fun, but as usual, you already know, when gay people, LGBT people, when trans people do anything, they could be at the park with their goddamn family doing some tricks. Anytime they do anything, here come these knuckle draggers talking about thoughts. I can't believe Dwayne Wade's doing this. I can't believe Gabrielle Union is using her telepathic powers to control Dwayne Wade and make him accept and love his trans kid. Oh my God, here they come out the woodwork. And I'm just like, don't y'all ever get tired? Sis can't even go play Ring Around the Rosie and play some jump rope, hopscotch. Sis can't do none of that shit what y'all talking about. What y'all want to analyze, deconstruct her life. Y'all being just as bigoted and discriminatory as y'all have always been. Don't y'all must get exhausted. Like I said, since we're talking about trans people, Quisha Hardy, she was a trans black woman. She was 24. She was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She's a third black trans woman to be killed in Louisiana in July. And Tiffany Harris, she was in the Bronx, 32 years old, she was stabbed. So it's just like, I think society as a whole, I think our community as a whole needs to stop being angry about a man accepting and loving his trans kids, loving all of his kids. We need to stop this phobia bullshit, especially since, like I just said, we have black trans women being killed still. We got a lot of other fish to fry than being pressed by somebody doing flips in the goddamn park. That's what I'm saying. Please get y'all shit together, please. So I mentioned this before, but Megan Thee Stallion finally spoke out about everything that went on. She didn't go into too much detail, but it was very apparent that she had to face something really difficult, really traumatic. Here's a little clip.
Imagine being 25 and you don't have both of your parents. My mama was my best friend. She, I'm still really not over that. You kind of try to feel like your space with a bunch of people that you think is making you happy.
Yeah, I mean, she's just trying to, honestly, it's so hard to see her go up there and try and humanize herself and her experience, because these idiots are out here thinking that this shit is something to joke about. She was just like, imagine being 20. I'm glad she explained the situation, because we were all like, okay, Megan, we know that you're trying to establish yourself in the industry. We know that you're trying to, you have a friendly heart, you have an open spirit, and you don't like having beef with nobody, so you're just hanging out with people. But she explained it. She was like, I'm 25, I'm in this industry, I can't trust anybody, I'm trying to fill this space up. I have, so many people in my life have passed away. Tried to fill the space up with people who I thought I could trust, and it just did not work out that way. So it was very sad to see that shit. But what's even more sad, what's even more disgusting, is seeing how some of these idiots are online joking about the situation. You know what I mean? And then they will turn around and tell you, oh yeah, no, we protect our sisters, blah, blah, blah. They be so, especially when it comes to gay people, like, y'all are destroying the community, blah, blah, blah. And then y'all turn around and laugh at somebody for being, laugh at black women for being shot. Like, it's crazy as fuck to me. So yeah, all the people who are putting up memes and crazy shit, even Jess Hilarious, so I just don't understand. How is your name Jess Hilarious and you're not fucking hilarious? She's not funny. She's not. I think that if you have to stoop down to the lowest of the lowest of the lowest fruit, then you don't have much of a creative mind, boo. You don't. Jess Hilarious really thought she was doing something when the only thing she really needs to do is press down on her home screen and delete all those social media apps so we don't have to ever see that shit ever again. 50 Cent, we already know he's a terrorist in the black community. After Megan came out with her live, he's gonna go up there saying, oh, well, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that, you were actually hurt. Bitch, shut the fuck up, 50. I wish he would close that mouth, because there's no way that he should be constructed like JJ the jet plane without the flight. Like, we're tired. But yeah, some of you ashies, you really got to, you just shut up and use and moisturize, please. So these pictures hit the internet, and of course the blogs were circulating it, talking about, oh, here's Kim and Kanye, they're having a disagreement in the car, blah, 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 blah. And literally when I saw it, I cackled. I started laughing. Because I was like, Kris Jenner is working hard. Kris Jenner does not take a day off, because you cannot tell me that these rich ass motherfuckers, they like no tinted windows, right? Sat their ass down in the car and started arguing, like, please, set this shit up for the next season of Keeping Up with the Swagger Jackers, Keeping Up with the Culture Vultures, Keeping Up with the Faux Niggas, like, just set it up. Yeah, albums dropping, all that shit, new season. They are working hard. They have got the media machine ready. I don't believe for one moment that they couldn't have done this shit in their fucking living room, or that they just got caught by the paparazzi. Like, girl, please. Especially when celebrities be driving around in cars that, the tint be black. Like, shut the hell up. Kris Jenner said, y'all better get y'all ass out there. Kanye, we already had a 5-year plan, 6-7-year plan for your ass. I already had planned the whole divorce season finale. But whatever, since you already dropping the album, we can do it right now. Take y'all ass out there in the streets. I already called the paparazzi. Take y'all ass out there right now. We're gonna make some goddamn money, okay? That's what Chris Jong-un said. And lastly, let's talk about the rolling piece of tumbleweed built ass scalp. Let's talk about the Cabbage Patch Kid, the presidential Cabbage Patch Kid, okay, himself, Donald Pocket of Pimple Pus, built ass Trump. Let's talk about it. So the headline is Trump is saying nobody likes him, right? Now, let's just keep the numbers in mind. Just for comparison, 3,000 people died, about 3,000 people died in 9/11, but there are 152,000 people who have died because of COVID-19, this whole pandemic. So that's going on while he's talking about nobody likes him. I want to read you the full statement just for context of what he was saying. So listen to this shit. It's interesting. You can see how delusional he is. Like, it should be cause for scientific study. Like, they should do some brain scans on this motherfucker. Like, how could somebody be this delusional while all this is going on? He said, it's interesting. He's got a very good approval rating now. He's talking about Dr. Fauci. Like, he's angry that people like Dr. Fauci. And even though Donald Trump, just the day before him doing this shit, saying this shit, he was discrediting, all on Twitter, discrediting Dr. Fauci. So he said, it's interesting. Dr. Fauci's got a very good approval rating. And I like that. It's good because remember, he's working for this administration. He's working with us. We could have gotten other people. We could have gotten somebody else. It didn't have to be Dr. Fauci. He's working with our administration. And for the most part, we've done what he and others and Dr. Birx and others have recommended. He speaks like such a goddamn kindergartner. And I feel like that's disrespectful to kindergartners. And he's got this high approval rating, Dr. Fauci. So why don't I have a high approval rating with respect and the administration with respect to the virus? We should have it very high. So it's sort of curious. A man works for us, with us very closely, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, also very highly thought of, and yet they're highly thought of, but nobody likes me. Girl, nobody likes your racist, sexist, nobody likes your tone deaf, nobody likes your authoritarian, nobody likes your ass. I'm glad you said it, and I'm so happy that you understand that shit. But the fact that he's more concerned about nobody liking him than the dead ass Americans and the affected ass Americans and the nursing homes that are going through this bullshit, and the schools that he and his administration want to fucking open, regardless of the fact that there could be dead children in the fucking classroom. The fact that he's more concerned about this bullshit than the actual lives of Americans should tell you everything that you need to know about this motherfucker. Get his ass out of there. Get his ass out of there right now. He reminds me, like, his actions remind me of the actions of abusive people. They will abuse you and abuse you and abuse you, beat your ass up, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically. They will drag the shit out your ass and then come out on the other side talking about, why don't you like me? Gaslighting 101. It will have you feeling crazy. Not Donald Trump. I feel like we can see that shit. But I'm saying, like, in relationships, friendships, whatever it is, it will have you feeling like you crazy. But just zoom out and look at the person's behavior. I don't know how this came into some fucking Iyanla Vanzant moment. But just zoom out, look at the person, the pattern of that person's behavior, and that will tell you all you need to know, girl. Get his ass out of here. So I guess he's mad about that, so he ended up trying to promote another doctor. This doctor, her name is, I don't even know if I should call her Dr. Stella Emanuel, and she has made claims about alien DNA, using alien DNA on patients, and she talks about what happens when you have sex with demons while you're dreaming. So I guess because she tries to tout this whole hydroxychloroquine thing that has not been fucking proven to do a goddamn thing, he wanted to support her, I guess. He wanted to shout her ass out. Seeing her in front of some pulpit talking about sex demons and demon sperm and all that shit, I was like, of course Trump would like this and promote this shit. Get Stella Emanuel's ass out of here. Get all the ass out of here. I'm ready for this pandemic to be over, even though it's looking like, I don't know, Target said that their ass is closing. A lot of places said they're closing stores on Thanksgiving. So it's like, when is this bullshit gonna end? I'm tired of this shit. But yeah, on that note, I think I'm done ranting. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all so much. Make sure you check out Patreon at patreon.com/AsianExpression, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.